Thank you so much for the seventh installment of Crazy is the New Normal. This has got to do with listening, understanding and realizing that, look, 2020, I mean, it's a page turner. It's a leveler, it's an equalizer, it's a moment of realization for the whole world. And there's no way you can talk about normality in this environment. Everything is just crazy and nothing makes any sense whatsoever. So I'm picking up these lessons from running my first Comrades, which I ran in 2018. This is now 2020. And we've spoken a couple of lessons. Lesson number one, I spoke a little bit about character, but my number one lesson was issue of preparation. Spoke about cheerleaders, spoke about the issue of endurance. We touched a little bit on focus, and then we last spoke about mind over matter. Now, that makes sense, and I understand it, where your mind has got to take over and take control of the matter, which is the physical. We all know that. Let me tell you what happened to me. The most I had run, as I mentioned, was 42 kilometers, and about 55 k's, my body was just out of it, and then I subdued my body with my mind, amongst many other things that were happening around that time as I was running. When I got to around 73 kilometers, I mean, my mind was tired, and as clearly as you can hear my voice right now, I had this conversation in my own mind, and this voice was speaking to me as clearly as I'm speaking to you right now. Because I was in pain, I was tired, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And this voice says to me, Tinashe, is everything okay? Who do you know who has run over 70 kilometers in your family? Who amongst your friends has gone this far? I'm telling you, this is what this voice was saying to me. And I said to myself, I went through a little list in my own head, and I discovered that no one. And as clearly as I'm speaking to you, I could hear hands clapping, saying, well done, well done. 70 Ks, that's good, my boy. Even if you give up now, it's okay. This is my mind speaking to me. My body is gone already, right? So in my mind, I had this conversation, and guess what? I agreed with my mind. And I said, this is enough. I've done this. When I get to 73 kilometers, I'm going to stop. And there's no shame in stopping. I mean, this is crazy. Who has ever run 73 kilometers that I know of? There's no shame in this. And I agreed with myself. I remember seeing the 73 kilometer peg, and then I passed it. And I couldn't stop. I said, okay, let me keep going. I think the 74 kilometer peg. And when I saw it, I couldn't stop. I just kept on rolling along. 75, 76, 77. When I got to 78, I realized that I'm not going to stop. What had happened? It was now matter over mind. There's something called muscle memory, whereby my body was just kept on going, even though my mind had switched off and I had given up on this thing. But my body just kept on going. It was now just working like clockwork, moving at a slow pace, but I could not stop myself, even though I wanted to stop. There are things that we've got to do, and they must become muscle memory. For example, a star striker, one of the reasons why they're able to score these amazing goals. I remember watching when the Manchester City, and those of you who are soccer fans, won the Premier League from Manchester United. That goal that Sergio Aguero scored in the dying minutes of the game, the dying seconds rather, the last kick of the game. Anyone would assume that that last kick was a chance kick. But if you ask Sergio Aguero, he will tell you that he has done those kicks over 100 times. But that one time is what matters most. Why? Because his body was now so in tune. It's called muscle memory. The things you keep on doing over and over and over and over and over. If you repeat them consistently, whether your mind is involved or not, whether your mind is engaged or not, it becomes matter over mind. So I'll ask you a couple of questions. What things do you do over and over and over? Are these good habits? Are they successful habits? I love the book by Stephen Covey that talks about the 7 habits of highly effectual people. Because a habit is something that you do without even thinking about it. So what are your habits? Some of us have got very unsuccessful habits, and we've maintained these habits over time. Biting our nails, waking up late, giving up all the time, just having our own way. And it's a habit that's unsuccessful. It doesn't help in any particular way. Now it's matter over mind. Even though you know it's bad, but you give yourself excuses, it won't help you in any particular way. There's got to be a moment or an instant in your life where you realize that there's got to be matter over mind. Because these issues and these things, when they kick in, your mind is not paying any attention whatsoever. It's just you doing what you do. Being a prime boxer, your body remembers doing those punches over and over and over. What are your routines? What do you do over and over and over and over and over? What you continuously practice will inherently become who you are. So let's get some good habits into us. Let's get some successful habits into us. Let's get rid of unsuccessful habits. It is said it takes 21 days to learn a new habit, but 60 days to unlearn. So spend time unlearning, and then spend time learning, and then relearning. Matter over mind. Thank you.